Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Tyrese Maxey.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
So here's Miami's starting group. Bobby Portis out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Cam Thomas. Then it's Russell, and it's Miller in at the small forward. And for Philadelphia, Maxey out there with Quentin Grimes. Then it's George. Then there's Edwards. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. You like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
Now, here's Thomas. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. 4 on the clock. Nice shot by Portis.
It took a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, there's just so much to love about Joel Embiid. Obviously, the power is there, but so is the skill. He can really shoot it, and it's why he's been an MVP in this league.
Well, a free throw drops for Embiid. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Russell. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Let's call it what it was. They got overwhelmed. The matchups were just not in their favor.
Here is Thomas. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Pass to Russell. He's looking for Abdul-Jabbar and finds him. It's over Embiid. There's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the assist by Russell.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
And it's Russell missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Maxey. Lets it go with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Maxey's got 5.
And it's just another component of Maxey's game, spacing the floor.
Portis, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Russell. Here's the 3. And Abdul-Jabbar throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Embiid, no good. For Miami, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 5. Over Russell. And the 76ers get it back. Embiid with the screen on Russell. Maxey, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
76ers trailing to the inside. And stolen by Portis. There's Thomas with the three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, the moment that ball is headed towards Thomas, he has one thing on his mind.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. Pass to Edwards. Grimes with it. Thomas is there. Grimes finds George, and they get it. It's rebounded by Portis. Miami leading by 5. Miller with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Miller, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Edwards looking it over. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Russell passes to Miller. Portis the screen. Good, nice job down low. Portis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Embiid with the screen on Russell. And they double up Maxey. And it's in there. Maxey's got 9.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Maxey against Russell. Outside Thomas. Abdul-Jabbar against Embiid. With the hook shot. The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 3. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls.
The previous play is under review.
Catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Grimes. Still yet to score. Another miss by Philadelphia. Miller kicks to Portis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Miami?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Embiid finds Maxey. Now Grimes. Pass to Clark. It's rebounded by Portis, and it's Miami's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now, and Kareem throws it down.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
From deep, Maxey. And it's Miami with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 rebounds in this game. Thomas dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Good ball movement here by Miami. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Gordon's checked in for the 76ers. Jose Alvarado comes in for Quentin Grimes. And that one's good by Abdul-Jabbar.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Gordon against Miller. Gordon kicks to Embiid. Off target with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look
too often.
Abdul-Jabbar sets the pick for Thomas. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And then Abdul-Jabbar slams it in.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
Now here's Embiid looking to end the run. Miami grabs the miss. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Miller kicks to Portis. Russell passes to Thomas. Portis for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Portis has got 9.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And some changes here for the 76ers. Brendan Watford comes in for Embiid, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Maxey. And then for Miami, Williams, he's checked in for Brandon Miller. Buddy Hield comes in for Cameron Thomas. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Russell. Now here's Gordon, still without a basket.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Bounce pass from Paul. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. Well, the NBA is cutthroat. All-star Kevin Durant said, you've got to build up that dislike for guys that you're competing against, and you can't be friends while you're on the court. It's a dog-eat-dog world, especially when you're at the level of greatness. You don't want anybody to take the thing you've got. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Paul outside. Pass to Williams. Hield outside. Abdul-Jabbar gets double teamed. Paul finds Portis. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Portis has got 12 in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Now in for Philadelphia, number 22.
There's 1:54 left in the first quarter.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Abdul-Jabbar kicks it out to Paul. Lets it go from deep. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Abdul-Jabbar. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Tyrese Maxey.
It's not a shocker, right? I mean, people will say, well, he's uber talented, but he's also a grinder. I mean, we know how hard he works on his game every year, and that's why his impact offensively continues to grow. You can't say that about every guy in his stratosphere.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Buries the long-range jumper.
And so many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Hield from outside. Drills the three-pointer. And Miami leads by 16.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Here's the floater. Back to Gordon. Excellent D there from Williams.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Paul surveying the floor. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Portis. That shot is off. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Lowry. Pass to Alvarado. Lowry a screen on Williams. 5 on the clock. Here's Embiid. That one falls.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And so it's Miami with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Man, Team Kareem is nailing the three-pointer tonight, man. They're playing like this. They need this game. They know it's important. They got to win, bro. Because they are behind in the standings.
Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference.
Great first quarter for Team Kareem, and they came out on fire, man.
You give any team
from downtown. We'll see if it continues.
Opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
The 76ers trail by 14 on the floor for Miami. Tyre Williams out there with Portis. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Hield. And it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Gordon. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Alvarado. The three-pointer, no good. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Here's Paul. Williams kicks to Hield. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
Here's Hield after the Sixers pick up 2. A three-pointer is right on target.
Great move by Buddy.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner, loves pulling the trigger from deep.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. To go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
Well, you look at Maxey. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he's one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And, Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Chalk up 2 there. Williams has got his first bucket of the night. The 76ers trail by 14. Alvarado passes to Gordon. Inside. Here's Embiid. Embiid absorbs the contact on the finish.
Well, the defense did everything they could right there, but against a player like Embiid with that kind of power, it's just not enough.
Pass to Hield. Fires from deep. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Gordon the pass to Alvarado. Embiid with the screen on Paul. Here's Alvarado. Outside Lowry. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Portis. Miami leading by 12. Here's Williams. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Plays it up and banks it in.
The handle, the bucket. That's a beautiful play from Lowry.
Paul outside. Shoots over Alvarado. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, if you're going to give him that shot, he will take it any time.
Back to Embiid. Claxton with the steal. Over in the corner, Williams. Down low. And Portis throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Here's Paul. Brandon Clark picking up that last basket. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Brandon Clark.
A clever play by Paul. He makes sure to get some contact and draw the foul.
The first one falls. Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. And then for Miami, Mann's checked in for Bobby Portis. Miller comes in for Williams. And Thomas subbed in for Heel. And so Paul nails both of them.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Here's Clark up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Keyshawn George, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And then for Miami, Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Portis comes in for Mann. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Paul. Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's got 15. That shot off the mark. Good D by Embiid. And you talk about physical dominance combined with skill. Tim, at his peak, where does Joel Embiid rank?
Well, Kevin, I'm not sure we've ever seen a 7-footer with this combination of power and three-point shooting touch. Injuries really are the only thing that have slowed him down.
Kept alive, Abdul-Jabbar. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Kicks it out to Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. No good on the three. Miami leading by 14. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
For Miami, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. And that one misses. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Here's Portis. It's hauled in by George.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Oh, here's Edwards. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. So it'll be Justin Edwards shooting. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. The 76ers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Thomas. Fires for 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
You got to chase Thomas off the arc. If he gets comfortable out there, that's bad news.
Now here's Embiid. Outside, Maxey. There's the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Embiid against Abdul-Jabbar. Thomas, it's a wide open look, and a miss there on the triple.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Edwards kicks to Maxey. Back to Edwards. Russell against Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Miller. And it's Russell in the corner. Outside Thomas. The 3. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 9. Looking to get it going. George with no one around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Miami leading by 15. To the middle. Stolen by George. The putback, and it's Miami with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Good ball movement here by Miami. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Okay, with this break, let's run down the point guards, the most assists in the league in the past 10 games. D'Angelo Russell, 4th.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. And that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
Well, they are natural catalysts. Every one of these guys brings so much to the table, and all of it gets their team going.
Clark, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for Miami. Here is Russell. No scoring in this one. Miller with a screen on Maxey. Russell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Great play by Russell right there. Managing the screen.
Russell able to convert through contact there and draw the foul.
Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for the 76ers. Free throw good, Russell.
Whether it's points, steals, or passes, Russell is out here working hard to give you what you need.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Guys, back over to you.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Now, Alvarado. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Maxey. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. And it's 13 points for Tyrese Maxey.
And you've seen Maxey elevate his game every single year. He has now turned into one of the game's premier scorers.
Now here's Thomas. He has 6. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. 6 on the shot clock. Alvarado with the steal. Clark right side. Outside, Maxey. 3-pointer. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Maxey. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's putting up about 28 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, his production is crucial to this team. They've sort of built around him, and it's why so many things are run through him.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Now, here's Maxey. 13 points in the game. 5 to shoot. Really left alone that time. Maxey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
It might be the most difficult shot in basketball, the hook shot.
Alvarado with it, and it's Miller picking him up. And Jose Alvarado.
Wow, man. Alvarado playing football right there, man.
That is his first foul of the game.
Wow, he just,
making a change here.
man, like a running back trying to get to the line.
Miami leading by 17. Williams, a screen on Lowry. Pass to Williams. Now Thomas. Now Abdul-Jabbar. He's covered by Clark. Thomas kicks to Williams. Out to Miller. Takes a three. Abdul-Jabbar scored the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Clark. And it's Miami with the rebound. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
They move the ball well, and let's face it, they've got plenty of pure shooters on that roster.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Miami leads by 19. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Man, that is going to mess up the hardwood. I hope those tires are, like, specially made. Because you're just going to ruin the...
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us?
It's a horrible idea for a halftime show.
Let's check out the upcoming schedule.
I see some tough opponents. This is when you find out how much dog you've got in you.
Well, it should bring out the best in these guys.
Man, look at the Eastern. Look at the Bad Boys, 26-7. Team Chamberlain, 25-4. Team Bird, 26-5. 20 games in a row.
Talk about dominating.
They haven't. Team Larry Bird is just funny, man.
They're playing with fantastic discipline.
They haven't lost a game since they were 6-5.
Moving the ball, creating a ton of good looks.
Yeah, I'd call it a clinic. This is how you run an offense.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Quentin Grimes out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Embiid. And it's George in at the four-man position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
Well, that is nice touch and confidence on the mid-range from Embiid.
Russell passes to Portis. To the inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Off target at the rim. The 76ers trail by 17. Pass to Maxey. There's the screen. Takes the three. And he's good on the three ball. Maxi's got 18 points in the game.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Now Portis, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And let's take a look now at Joel Embiid's numbers. His last 10 games have been exceptional. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Right side, Thomas. He's looking for Abdul-Jabbar and finds him. He's over Embiid. They can't stop the run with that one. Another young rising player in this league who's learning as he goes along is Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he continues to get more responsibility on his plate, and I think as he starts to embrace that leadership role a little bit more and become
how quickly do things change?
You're going to start to see Philly really do some great things.
Yeah, maturing before our eyes. Here's Miller. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Philadelphia. They've picked up 11 straight. Edwards passes to Grimes. And Embiid with a screen on Russell. Here's Maxey. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. 1 point. Kareem flushes.
Unstoppable tonight, as he is most nights. Jabbar has all the offensive tools, but it also keeps to a strict fitness regimen that allows him to wear people down.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. Now, here's Maxey, and Embiid throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And their all-around play has been the key to chipping away at this deficit.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 13-3 run. Embiid with a screen on Russell. Here's Maxey on the money from 12 feet away. Maxey's got 20.
Well, that combination of speed and elite handle, that's what separates Tyrese Maxey.
Russell against Maxey. Miller the bounce pass. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Guarded by Embiid.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Edwards a screen on top. They get it back. Embiid with the power.
And what I love about his performance tonight, he started slow, but he refocused at halftime, and he has really picked it up.
Russell passes to Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Here's Grimes. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Outside, Maxey over Russell. Maxey, no good. And so it's Portis with it. He brings it up for Miami. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Thomas kicks to Portis. It's Miller on the wing. Abdul-Jabbar sets the pick for Miller. Grabs the rebound again. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball. But maybe the most impressive feat, he won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
And he knocks down the first one. On a heel, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. And both free throws good for Abdul-Jabbar. The 76ers trail by 10. Outside, George. It's Edwards on the wing. Covered by Miller. Maxey on the wing. Here's Embiid. And that's rejected by Abdul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can...
The previous play is under review.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for...
The ruling on the floor stands.
Hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Embiid drops them both.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Maxey against Russell. Healed outside. Pass to Wolf. Overdrive. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. Taking a look at Miami. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And, of course, the Philadelphia 76ers, 10 games behind.
And for Philadelphia, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, they're right where we thought they would be, and that's okay. Improvement rarely happens overnight. That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
A putback, Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem throws it down.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stop.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Russell passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar gets double-teamed. Healed outside. Back to Miller. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's an 11-point Miami lead.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Pass to Embiid. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
Bounce pass, Russell. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Embiid's there, and it's Miller with the jam.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Maxey against Russell. On the wing, George. Embiid sets the pick for George. Back Back to Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Now here's Hield. 6 points for him. Miller finds Abdul-Jabbar. Unloads from 9. Rebound by Joel Embiid. The 76ers trail by 9. Embiid with a screen on Russell. Backseat, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Pass to Embiid. Miami grabs the miss. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Wasted no time on that one. Russell's got 5.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And Miami making a change here. Alvarado passes to Clark. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The 76ers trail by 9.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Alvarado with it. Still scoreless. Lowry can't get it to go.
You have to defend the 3-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Left side, Williams. Back to man. Pass to Hield. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Here's Alvarado. Back to Gordon. Clark dishes to Gordon. Clark sets a screen for Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. In transition here. Williams has got his 2nd bucket. And let's get your
ball defensively, coming up with steals.
Effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Miami with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Hield outside. Pass to man. Abdul-Jabbar gets double teamed. Paul for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
We've seen this throughout Paul's career. Just has a knack for finding ways to score on the defense.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Alvarado. Still without a basket. For 3, Gordon. That one, no good. And so it's Miami enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. We've got Paul. Nicholas Claxton out there with Williams. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Hield in at the 2. Now Gordon after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. And here is Clark. Pass to Embiid. And stolen by Williams. And here is Paul. Hield kicks to Paul. Back to Hield. Jacks up a 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 12. In the corner, it's Gordon. Puts up a 3. It's good from long range.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
And it's Paul with the ball for Miami. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to Claxton. Hield outside. 3 on the clock. Over Lowry. Again, Hield missing.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Gordon off with the layup. Miami leading by 9. To the paint. There's Williams. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 6 points for Williams.
Reason number 1, CP3 is out there making strong passes, keeping the offense flowing.
Left side, Gordon hits it from 3-point range.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Mann. 3-pointer. Gordon with the defensive effort. Over Paul. Gordon with another miss. Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Paul can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 8. Outside Lowry. Embiid with the screen on Hield. The shot by Lowry, no good. For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Here's Paul. Miami no good on that time either. The 76ers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Alvarado. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid. Hits the jumper. Embiid's got 22.
Well, if Embiid gets rolling like this, what are you going to do? There's no way to stop him with all of that power.
Here's Paul inside, and Claxton throws it down.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Now Alvarado. Pass to Embiid. Clark gets to Love. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Over to the wing. Shoots from 12. And it's Alvarado missing. Miami leading by 8. Paul left side. Launches a 3. It's Clark with the rebound. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Outside Gordon. And the rejection by Claxton. To the inside. And the slam by Williams.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Alvarado passes to Clark. Lowry deciding where to go with it. And Embiid throws it down.
You saw the full power of Joel Embiid on display right there. No one was getting in his way.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He knows every possession is critical now. Some changes for Philadelphia. Keyshawn George, he's checked in for Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Here's Maxey. After Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored. Here's Embiid, and the layup falls. Embiid's got 6 in the quarter.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Outside, Russell. Abdul-Jabbar sets the pick for Russell. Alvarado with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Alvarado's got his first points of the night. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Miami. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. To the paint. Here's George. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Edwards, he's checked in for the 76ers. Quentin Grimes comes in for Jose Alvarado. Miami leading by 8. Russell with it. Nifty move. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Away team ball.
Here's Thomas, and he banks in the layup.
Oh, inside, Cam Thomas really relies on his agility and touch to get it done.
Outside, George. Back to Maxey. A 3 off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Maxey against Russell. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Maxey. Russell. And again with the rebound.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Maxey. From down low. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut back down to 10 points after they get the bucket from Embiid.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Miller. Good ball movement here by Miami. Clock at 6. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Guarded by Embiid. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a 3-point contest champion. You had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Tries from 10. Embiid with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 12. Outside George. Here's Embiid. Knocked away. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. An even 3-on-3 break. Miller outside. Abdul-Jabbar against Embiid. Left side, Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, what a hook. Pretty shot.
Now that is a tough shot there. Man, let's show that. Wow. That is a tough angle to make a jump hook, man. A sky hook or any kind of hook. That is, man. Oh, my God. Embiid all up in his face, too, behind the backboard. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. Ain't got the roll. Oh, man. Left-handed. Man. This is some high-level stuff right here, man. That is, yeah, man. That is high-level offense. That don't make no sense. Unbelievable. Let's show it from a different angle. If I could get it over here, if I could get the thing to work for me. Oops. It's taking so long. I need to get this thing to work here. There we go. I want to show it from this angle. Man. Oops, sorry. That is sick, man. I'm gonna show it at regular speed now. That's sick.
Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 14. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Edwards. And stolen by Miller. Nobody around. And he pounds it home. I had a feeling he wasn't going to lay that one in. No, sir.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The coaches love that hustle, not only getting the extra possession, but then converting it.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
They're in total command of this game.
Philadelphia made a run, man, but they just... That defense kicked in, and Kareem was just spectacular down the stretch here, man, defensively, and his rebounding, and his playmaking, too, passing out of the post.
Here's Alvarado.
And this is what they wanted. I mean,
I said it before, and I say it again, man, the NBA today, if you're willing to play that kind of style, it's a big man's league now, more than it's ever been, because of all the court spacing and the great three-point shooters. If you have a dominant inside big man.
That was working all game long.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be with 26 on
the Kareem.
Continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Clark a screen on Thomas. Down he goes for three. And here's Miami. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Thomas. Now Miller for three. Trained from outside.
See what I'm saying, guys? A dominant big man, just with all these shooters, it just makes it easy. No-brainer basketball.
But they rose to the challenge.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside Lowry. Clark sets a screen for Lowry. Clock at 4 and rebounds again.
And he's just eating glass right now.
Greg, 30 rebounds in this one. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win.
Must-win game for Team Kareem. And they got it.
Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie
We'll cover it here in the postgame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
There it is. Team Jabbar shooting 52%. 60 points in the paint to the Sixers 38. Yikes. Sixers took 34 threes to make 10. Team Kareem took 25 to make theirs. Most of theirs was just off, penetration kick or kickouts off of post-up double teams. 11 offensive rebounds to a team that's shooting 52%. Hard to win. 13 turnovers. They have 17 points off those turnovers. 19 points was the biggest lead. However, the team assist was even, as it went to team. Both teams had 28 assists. The bench went all the way to the Sixers, though. So give them credit for that. Team Kareem's bench didn't really show up that well tonight, but it didn't need to when you got Kareem giving you 36 points and 30 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals. He had 4 turnovers, though, but he made up for it with the 6 assists. And he had 2 blocks and 3 steals. Brandon Miller came on strong in the second half with 20. I think he had first quarter, he had 0 points. He had 4 points basically in the first half. And the second half, 6 points in the third quarter, and 10 big points in the fourth to really help close out the game. So he stepped up. And Portis came in early in the game, helped out. But they were really hitting the three-pointer early in the game. They kind of balled off late, though. Let's take a look here at some. Embiid played great, too. Guys, show some love to Embiid. Look at Embiid's numbers, man. He battled Kareem all night long. He just didn't get, Maxey just didn't. Again, 2 for 11, man. Like, think about it. Like, if some of those shots are like passes, get other teammates involved. He had 7 assists. Imagine if some of those threes that you took were passes. You don't need to take those shots all the time. You're a point guard. Get your other teammates go. You got Eric Gordon out here. You got Quinn. You got some shooters out here, man. Get those guys going. And you got your big man Embiid who played great. He had 12 for 20. He should have shot more. 28 points, 22 points. He was right there with Kareem, really. I think Kareem, they played 39 minutes apiece. Kareem had 36 and 30. Embiid had 28 and 22. So he was somewhat right there with Kareem. I mean, obviously Kareem outplayed him, but Kareem just had better. It just came out. Kareem's teammates just played better, had better chemistry. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights. We'll start with Embiid. Show some love to Embiid. He did play really good. That's a nice pass by Embiid. High-low pass. Big man throwing it down. Nice little jump hook, left-handed. Head fake Kareem that got him that time. He battled Kareem. You gotta respect Embiid, man. He battled Kareem. It ain't his fault they lost. He was right there every step with Kareem, man. He was throwing them balls right back with Kareem. I gotta give it to him, man. He was battling them. But the captain, too much. Oh, look at that, man. That's gorgeous. It's just too much, just better team play. That's what it is. Look, the quality of shots that they get are better. Like, they're taking off the dribble threes versus them getting wide open three off kickouts from a big man getting double team, which I've said before, the NBA, more than it's ever been, it's a big man. It's always been a big man's game. But even more so now with all the court spacing, the three-point shooters, now big men you have infinite room in the paint to operate now as a big man. Like I say, like you go back and watch the film of even Shaquille O'Neal when he was playing. Look at how dense the court was. And then you go back to Wilt's time. There was no court spacing at all. You don't have any kind of room. Like, you couldn't take a post up and dribble 3 times back then. Back in Wilt's day, you would post up, call for a lob, and you'd go straight up with it. You couldn't dribble because if you did, you'd probably get a steal because there was no room. That's why Wilt had that turnaround fadeaway. You didn't have room to dribble and crab dribble in like Shaq would later on, and certainly not now like Jokic can, where you can dribble in from the 3-point line when you're back to the basket like Jokic does at times. It's crazy to me. People don't see this. People talk about point guards like, no, it's a big man's game. It's just the fact of the matter is that the big man of today don't see it and don't want to go at it because, quite frankly, they're too cool for school. Everybody's obsessed with looking cool and doing fancy face-up moves. But the reality of it is, if you're 7 feet tall and you got any kind of skill around the basket, you're going to dominate in the NBA more than ever now because the players today are geared towards supporting a dominant big man because of all the shooting and the passing and the cutting and the running. I mean, and the screening. All these off-ball screens that you see now. Like, you got infinite amount of time, infinite amount of ability to get assists out of the center position than you ever had. That's why Jokic is doing what he's doing in today's game. So, anyway, that ran over with. Let's go ahead and move this on. Let's go ahead and move this on and take a look here at the standings. As Team Kareem desperately needs that game, they haven't moved up, but they've gotten a little closer now. They are now a game behind the Bad Boys, and they're 2 games behind outright for Team Jordan, and they are a game and a half behind the Trotters and Team Larry Bird. So they've won 2 games in a row. They got to get on the win streak, man. They got to get on the winning streak. That's the only way they're going to catch up because they're just not. I mean, like I said, you're talking about Team Larry Bird. Team Larry Bird hasn't lost a game in 2 months. They facing Team Bird's on 20. Let's take a look at Bird again. Bird's on a 20-game win streak, and they're getting ready to play next, I believe. I think they're up next, as a matter of fact. I think Team Bird's up next. No, actually, it's the Dream and Showtime. Yep, it'll be the Dream and Showtime are up next. And that's a marquee matchup coming up. So it's going to be Olajuwon from 94 taking on Magic. This is a big game for the Dream, and let's go ahead and cover this. Because let's go ahead and move on and cover this situation because this is huge. Now, let's go ahead and start with the Dream first. The Dream, speaking of Olajuwon's team, are 22-11 and are down there in the Straits in a situation where they're trying to battle to get back up there to compete for that number 3 spot and avoid that dreaded 5th spot where nobody wants to be in for the playoffs. Now, it's important that they win this game with Showtime for a lot of reasons because obviously, you want to win the game to move up, but 2, it's a mutual opponent game, meaning that it's a Western Conference game. So you want to get that game so you can have as many tiebreakers on your side should anything come down to a last season dispute on a record or something like that. I don't think the Dream are gonna. It's not gonna matter that. Cause I don't think the Dream are gonna challenge for the number 1 spot. I don't think they're gonna catch Showtime or even Diesel for that matter. But they have a chance to catch the Jays. They're only a game and a half out from that number 3 spot. They got a shot at that still, but they got to keep winning games because any kind of losing streak right now, you're pretty much done. Like you go on a 2 or 3 game losing streak, you forget about it. You forget it. You're stuck. You have to win. But now they have a huge task because now you have to take on the number 1 team in the Western Conference right now and the hottest team. Team Showtime, and the highest scoring team for that matter. They're scoring 120 points a game. They're the highest scoring team in all of the NBA, including the modern era teams. So they're the team playing the most like any other modern era team. And they've won 14 games in a row. They're 13-0. So they have never even lost a road game yet. The best road team in the league by far. So it'll be Team Dream going on the road, but it doesn't matter that because that's right because Showtime's playing at home in this one. So as we take a look here at, let's go put it on the spotlight Dream out right here. There we go. They're 22-11. They've won their last game against the Bad Boys in a tough one, in a game where they had to win because they had lost a shocker against the Philadelphia 76ers that we just saw here, who upset them actually. But led by Tyrese Maxey putting in an amazing performance. Let's see what he did in that game to recollect. I think Maxey had 36 points and 8 assists in that game. 2 steals go along with it. And he went 7 of 14 from downtown. He was absolutely mesmerizing from downtown in this game, man. It was insane. He just refused to miss threes in that game, dude. And they were like off the dribble threes at that. They weren't even calling plays for half the time. So, but with that being said, they went out and had a crucial game against the Bad Boys and were able to outplay Isaiah and the boys. Olajuwon came with 36 points and 17 in that one, but he got the help from Mark Williams and Mitchell Robinson on the boards. And you can see there they outplayed the bad boys in a tough game. Isaiah came in, had 14 points and 10 assists. Hartenstein with 7. Zion Williamson was the man for them, but it wasn't enough. Remember, at one point the bad boys were getting the better of Team Dream until they put Olajuwon at small forward and went to that extremely big lineup with Olajuwon at the 3. And excuse me, I'll go ahead and visualize this for you guys. You had Olajuwon at the 3 spot, and then you had Williams at the 4 with Robinson at the 5. That put the pressure on the bad boys who have an extremely big unit. Now they don't have the ability to muscle you around, so now it became man against man. And then you have Olajuwon playing small forward against smaller guys. He was just eating those guys alive inside, and you can imagine the double teaming because at one point it was the bad boys taking advantage of Team Dream with double teams because of Zion playing small forward. Then they got flipped around when Hakeem went to small forward. The bad boys had to start. It was a crazy game. It was a game where both teams basically got the best of each other from different strategies, and it came down to just matchups. But the long story is the Dream got the game, and now they're in a position to where they can get back into this race for the number 3 spot and get going. But they'll have to do it against the hottest team in the Western Conference and really the second hottest team in the NBA with Las Vegas Showtime, again, who have won 14 games in a row while scoring 120 points a game with 37 team assists a night, shooting a team percentage of 40% from downtown as a team. And they're shooting 55% as a unit. Yeah, this is going to be tough, man. Magic Johnson, by the way, is averaging a triple-double in this season. In case you guys didn't know, let's take a look at Magic numbers. He's averaging 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 21 assists in the modern era because this tempo is everybody knows this. If you put Magic Johnson in today's game, his numbers would go off the charts. I mean, we saw Russell Westbrook back in the day when he was doing. Come on. Magic in an up-tempo league, he was up-tempo at a time where up-tempo, if you put him he ran arguably the greatest fast break team of all time, Showtime Lakers. So you put him in today's game where everybody's doing the same thing. What do you think is going to happen? His numbers are going to go through the roof, and they have. You see it here. I mean, he was averaging 18 points there in 86. Now he's a couple points better. His rebounds have gone through the roof. They're basically double because, again, he's going against smaller units now. He's not playing against the big guys he was playing against in the 80s. So now he's over here rebounding against, guys like, Josh Hart and guys like that. They can't keep him off the glass. Look, there was a time he was averaging at nine rebounds, 82. 8 rebounds here, 83. 7 here. And then he got a little bit lighter there. It's got a little down the line. But the point is, his rebounds have always been great, even when he was at any time in his career. Now you put him in the modern era where he's not having to rebound against guys like Tree Rollins or Patrick Ewing or anything like that. There's nothing like that in the league anymore. And everything's all spaced out. Plus, the pace of the game is up and down. There's more opportunities for assists. That's why the assists have basically doubled. He's gone from 12 assists from 86. Remember, it's from 87. You put him in here now, he's averaging 821. And everything else is pretty much the same. His field goal percentage is pretty much gone up because he's taking, there's not that much defense in the league. His three-point percentage is misleading. He's shooting 58% on the season, but that's misleading because he's only taken, let's take a look here. Excuse me. He's only taken 12 threes on the season, and he's made 7 of them. So it's a misleading stat. He's not he's only we're already 30 plus games through the season. He's only taken 12 threes, and that's not a shot though. Everybody knows that. But he can make it if you leave him wide open, which he's done that at times throughout the season, and the couple times that he's been challenged to. But needless to say, the point is that Team Showtime is built around him. As we go ahead and look at the roster that they feature, let's go ahead and put it on the Dream here so I can go ahead and spotlight Team Showtime's roster to show you what the matchups were going to look like in this game. Again, there's the starting lineup. You have Magic Johnson at the point guard position, Ivy at the 2, Trey Murphy at the number 3 spot, and then Asur Thompson, drafted to be the second best player on the team at 85 overall at the time of the draft, and he's gone up. Murphy has gone up significantly playing with Magic. The training sessions with Magic have just sent him to an 85 overall already. Asur Thompson has been basically put in a power forward position to let him leak out. And then you got Derek Lively playing the 3 spot with VJ Edge coming off the bench, Yves Messier, and then you have DeMar DeRozan coming off as a bench player. He's gone up. Even at this point in his career, his overall has gone up playing with Magic Johnson. So they're just hitting on all. Then you got Jeremiah Fears. They have so much team speed and finishing ability. Not a lot of size. They don't really have any size, really, outside Derek Lively and Magic, obviously, himself. And they'll be going up again. They'll be going up against Team Dreams matchup, who is all about inside. They're all about inside power because you got DeAndre Murray at the 1 spot. You got Nickeil Alexander-Walker at the 2. Dosunmu at the 3. And then it gets big with Mark Williams up front, who is about 6'11". Now he's 7 feet tall. Then you got Olajuwon, 6'10". And then you're coming back behind that with Mitchell Robinson, 7 feet. And then you also have Kelly Olynyk at 6'11". And then Luke Kornet, if you need it, is deep there. You got 7'1". So they're a pretty big team, which is what you would need with Olajuwon to help to protect him. Because remember, Olajuwon is a gambler defensively. You need people who can clean up on the glass on the defensive glass when Olajuwon gambles on shot blocks. That's where Mark Williams comes in. So while Olajuwon's gambling on shot blocks, it leaves him vulnerable for his man to get offensive rebounds. That's why you need somebody that can go in there and crash the glass defensively while Olajuwon goes after shot blocks. That's what they had back in the 90s with Otis Thorpe when they won the championship in 94. So that's what you would need for Olajuwon in any era, in my opinion, because of his play style. It's great that he goes for shot blocks, but he is a gambler. You can take advantage of Olajuwon on the offensive glass because of his desire to want to shot block everything. I mean, he's the all-time leading shot blocker for a reason. To be that, you gotta be willing to go after blocks every time. So with that being said, that's the story. That's the rundown. Team Dream taking on the Las Vegas Showtime. It will be a big game. The Dream need the game. Las Vegas' 14-game winning streak will be on the line. If the Dream win it, they'll snap it. They'll move up. And Vegas will move down some and make them more available to Team Diesel, who's trying to catch them underneath them, who are 2 games behind. So Team Diesel will definitely be a Team Dream fan in this game, to say the least. So with that little bit out of the way, that's the post-game show, and I will see you guys next time for this marquee matchup between these 2 legendary NBA players here on Lexington Strong Style Sports with our continuing coverage of the NBA Legends Modern Era Ultimate Showdown season. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.